Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain a little bit more about the course design. I understand that there are a lot of moving parts in this class, and I want to make sure that everyone has a clear idea of what they need to do each week and where to find important materials. So, in this video, I will give you some suggestions on what you should be doing each week for this course. So, where do you start? The first thing that you should do is review the weekly checklist. This is available at the top of each week. On the weekly checklist, it is a one-stop shop for you to find everything that you need for that week. So you will find all of the participation activities that are available. You will find a list of assignments that are due and a list of opportunities to meet with me and details about our weekly Zoom meetup on Friday. The next thing that I would encourage you to do is to gather your resources. So, um, this is going to be found in the resources page on the the week that you are on, and that's one of the first things that pops up after the checklist is the resources. The things that you should look out for are the reading guides and also the links to the guided readings. You'll find that across the course there are links to the same information that is a courtesy to you and to make it easier for you to not have to, stop one thing and go search for something else on the site. So I also can see where it might be confusing to have the same information in multiple places, which is why I'm providing this video for you guys. So once you have all of your reading guides together, then I would also want you to review the instructions and materials for all of the assignments. So you will see those on the weekly checklist. These are also available on Moodle on that week's page in a special section that's called assignments. And it's really important early on in the week to read those instructions very carefully and make sure that you have a clear understanding of what the assignment is. As the course goes on, you also may see some videos that are uploaded for different assignments. So review all of those instructions and materials. Then the next thing that I would suggest you do is to strategically read the required readings. So use the reading guides to help you be strategic in your reading because there is a lot of reading in this class, and I know that you have a lot of reading in your other classes. So use the questions that I have in the reading guides to guide your reading. After you're done reading the required readings, then you should do the guided reviews and the participation activities. So, if we were to parallel this to an on campus course, you may think of the required readings as like the required readings in a on campus class that you would need to read to prepare for class. And then you can kind of think of the guided readings and participation activities as like class. These are opportunities for you to reinforce your understanding of core concepts and to apply core concepts. Then, after you've done that, you should take the weekly quiz. And all of these things are independent activities and really just depend on you. Um, some of the other activities that we'll be doing, specifically the journal club, may require responses from other students and collaborating with other students, but all of these things are things that you can be working on as soon as you have the weekly checklist. Then, after you have taken the weekly quiz, that is when you should really dive in and do your research proposal assignments and the journal club assignments. The reason you should not attempt to do these before you have done the readings and the activities is that you are going to learn about how to do these assignments through your readings and through the activities. So, for example, for week one, the activities included learning more about making APA references. And so, if you had just jumped in and started doing the annotated bibliography, then that would probably be a lot more difficult for you than if you had already done the Ed Puzzle activity that taught you some of the basics. Some other recommendations. So before Friday of each week, it's really important to have a couple of things covered. So, first of all, you should ask any questions that you have about content and assignments because, at the end of the day on Fridays, um, I am not as available to answer questions. And it also means that when I get a question, that it's likely that I know that the student hasn't read the instructions and hasn't planned on this until the weekend, and so that's not going to be great for you if you wait until the last minute. I'm not going to be as available, and there's going to be fewer things I can do to help you. So ask any questions before Friday. You also should review all of the posts that are made on the announcements and the Ask Your Professor forums. So you are responsible for any of the questions, any of the content that comes up in those forums. And if you have a question, you should go and look at the forums first before, emailing me or taking it a next step for assistance. And finally, you should plan to attend the meetup on Friday. This might be, when you decide to bring some of the questions that you have. Also, I'll be having virtual office hours on Saturday mornings. So if you have, last minute questions, you can bring them to me on Saturday morning too. And again, just to remind you, you're not required to go to the Friday meetup in person or synchronously, but you are expected to watch it later if you're not able to see it on that Friday. All right, the last thing that I want to go over with you guys is what do I do if I have problems? So, here are several strategies for if you encounter a problem, especially technology problems. So, first, consult the syllabus. Um, if it is a question about an assignment or a policy, reread the instructions. So, take a look back and reread things. Utilize the tech resources. So there is um, under your student resources in Moodle, there are tech resources. So these are websites that are managed by the different tech tools that we use in this class, like Edpuzzle and Flipgrid. to look at their support sites to try to find the answer to your question. A lot of times you can find a solution or be able to troubleshoot by looking at those resources. Then, after you've done that, review the Ask Your Professor form because a lot of times the question may have already been asked and addressed there. If I get questions in emails, I will copy and paste them into the Ask Your Professor forum so that everyone can stay on the same page with that. This is why it's really important for you to do that first, to post your question on the Ask Your Professor forum before you email me, because it can help out with taking that extra step out for me and to get answers to your classmates quicker. And then, of course, if are still having questions, especially if it's about content, not quite understanding some of the core concepts, shoot me an email. Visit me during virtual student hours. If you're not able to make it on those Friday afternoons or Saturday mornings, then send me an email and we'll set up another time that both of us are available. I'm here to help, and I'm happy to set up meetings with students if you are struggling with assignments or with any of the course concepts. I hope that this video helped you guys to wrap your brains around this class a little bit better. And I am looking forward to meeting some of you on Friday at our meetup. Thanks.